Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's fourth video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days for today's fourth video. So day 10 is going to take us around the 13th of July. We'll be able to extend out beyond that via extended GFS and ECM ensembles, maybe runs around a couple of weeks. And have a look at CFS V2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks, which of course is going to take us pretty much to the end of July. I should go to that for you in a moment. We'll start off in the tropical Atlantic Caribbean area with Hurricane Elsa, bringing up to date with that, and then we shall push on. So, just say that first video released today was our 7 AM forecast. We released the July forecast as well from GavsWeatherVids, and also weekend forecast too. So please check out all of today's videos if you'd like to do that. Thank you so much, everybody. Please like, share, subscribe on the videos, and it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, everyone, for the support. Consider becoming a channel member as well. You can become a channel member by clicking the join button on the YouTube homepage, or with all of the videos. You get benefits and perks if you become a channel member for GavsWeatherVids. So check that out, see what it's all about. And yeah, you can sign up and become a channel member if you would like to. We've got 60 channel members at that. Thank you so much to all of our channel members, both, you know, current and past channel members too. Thank you so much for all of the support, and all of our PayPal donors and patrons as well. It's amazing what you do for us, and super chatters also on the live streams. Incredible. Right, okay, let's start off there by having a look at what's going on in the tropical Atlantic. So we've got Hurricane Elsa here in the Caribbean now. So Hurricane Elsa is giving maximum sustained winds of 75 miles per hour, therefore a Category 1 hurricane with a minimum central pressure of 999 millibars. It's moving west-northwestwards at 31 miles per hour. This is the forecast track for Elsa. So the current position is just here to the south of the Dominican Republic. Elsa is going to move in that direction, continuing to be a Category 1 hurricane. For forecast is correct, so moving between Dominican Republic and Haiti, and also, of course, Jamaica as well. As we get through into the early part of next week, Elsa is then down to a tropical storm moving into Cuba. So it looks like Cuba is going to be impacted by this, and then the storm will curve northwards to Florida sometime around the middle of next week, moving onto the Florida Panhandle like Tuesday into Wednesday. By Thursday into the Carolinas, into South and North Carolina, still as a tropical storm. So we shall see. It's not forecast to get any stronger than a Category 1. It would be very, very early days for this to become stronger than a Category 1. But we shall see how it all plays out over the next few days. We'll keep a close eye on that, of course. Right, here we go then. This is the radar picture from the Weather Outlook. I thought I'd just have a quick look at this because we have had heavy rain moving northwards across the country. And now we're beginning to develop thunderstorms in the southwest. If we zoom in here, we can see our first sort of area of storms has developed across South Wales and down into southwestern parts. We can see from the intensity of the coast there is some torrential rain in with that. And if we add on, take away the rain, add on the lightning detector, we can see that yes, there are now some flashes of lightning there around Exmoor and whatnot. And we are going to find showers and storms becoming more widespread across England and Wales. So it looks like something is beginning to develop there around Birmingham, for example, or to west of Birmingham. We've got more downpours here to the east of London. These are not giving thunder and lightning yet, but they are likely to get more intense through the course of the afternoon. If we have a look at UKV, so where is it? Where it is on tab. So we go have a look at UKV, which is the highest res model that we have from the UK Met via the Weather Outlook. We can see that, zoom out a little bit more of that, we can see that we're going to see these showers getting ever more intense through the course this afternoon. So again, some really bright colours in there, indicating there will be torrential rain around in some places, particularly for like North Wales into the Midlands and down to South West. Not that much getting into a far southeastern corner of this afternoon, so more sort of Midlands and North focused. North and west focus. By this evening, a few of these showers are pushing through into the east and southeast, but they are easing off in intensity then. And then overnight, things will go quieter, although they'll stay pretty active across Scotland, actually. Later on in the night, we'll find some heavier rain, showers, maybe thunderstorms coming back into far southwest, and these will start trundling northwards through the course of tomorrow morning, and then we really blow things up tomorrow. There'll be more widespread showers tomorrow compared to today. Almost anywhere, everywhere is at risk of heavy showers and thunderstorms tomorrow, right away from far southeast all the way to far northwest, and all points in between could get big showers and thunderstorms with risk of flash flooding and torrential rain with lightning, hail and thunder mixed in through the course of tomorrow afternoon, before again they begin to ease down in intensity overnight into Monday. There will be heavy and persistent rain setting up across Scotland down to northern England and also for Northern Ireland through the early hours of Monday. And then Monday itself should be a quiet day for England and Wales. Showers mainly in the north, but only at the expense of more persistent rain pushing up from the south. Turns very wet overnight Monday into Tuesday across England and Wales, with heavy and persistent outbreaks of rain spreading northward. So it really is a very unsettled pattern that we're in at the moment, and likely to remain so for the coming few days. This will start to bring the temperature down as well. The CT is currently standing at 17.3, so it's actually been a very warm start to July. That's 1.7 degrees above average. I think we'll see that coming down, however, over the next few days. Although it's pretty warm and humid today, but I think like day by day over the next 2 or 3 days, we will see a gradual reduction in the temperature, so we should see the CT coming down over the next few days as well. So I think this will drop back into the 16s by the early part of next week. GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles are looking like this. So the red line is a 30-year upper air temperature average for Swansea today. So starting off a little bit above average for today, still quite warm. But over the rest of the weekend into the open of next week, we go cooler. So yes, temperatures are going to drop both in terms of upper air and surface temperatures. Into the second week of July and up to the middle of the month, and even just into the second half of the month, quite a lot of scatter in there. So we have got these hotter ensemble members just here, which does include today's operational zigzag for a while in the extended range. That's a thick green line. Of course, we can't rule out these cooler ensemble members down here. So into the second week of July and up to the middle of the month, it remains quite a confused picture as to what's happening in that period. Precipitation-wise, going to be lots of rainfall spikes coming up over the next few days. So heavy showers, thunderstorms, and as we've already established, overnight, Monday into Tuesday, there will be an area of very heavy and persistent rain pushing north as well. Might go a little bit drier, perhaps around the middle part of July. Right at the very end, the precipitation spikes might come back, but of course that is very extended range stuff. Temperature anomalies on the 3rd to the 11th of July, generally close to or maybe even a little bit below average, and precipitation anomalies from the 3rd to the 11th of July, generally wetter than average in most parts of the country. Latest wind flow map from earthnullschool.net shows that all of the low pressure has been lurking in the Atlantic over the past few days and weeks is now pushing our way. So you see the wind direction is beginning to change. We're still drawing in sort of easterlies off the continent, as we have been doing for several days and weeks now. But we're beginning to also draw up southwesterlies from off the Atlantic, and also westerlies too into more western parts of the country, and that of course sets the scene for what is going to be a much more unsettled and low pressure driven pattern in the coming days. Right, let's go through the generic charts then, shall we? Have a quick look at some of those. If you enjoyed this video, please can you smash your like button, everyone. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for doing that for us. Okay, right, let's have a look at this then. It's from UK Met via the weather outlook. Tuesday, looking very unsettled day with low pressure bringing that band of heavy rain north and east, will be followed by sunshine and showers. Into Wednesday, trough of low pressure brings further showery conditions. Thursday, we just begin to get a bit of a ridge building from the southwest. Should start to dry things out a little bit, but still probably quite showery in eastern areas. Friday, again, got this ridge down to our southwest. That's as far as we get to with the UK Met to midnight on Saturday. We are under a ridge of high pressure then, so looking mainly dry as we get to the end of next week, and should be quite a bit warmer as well, especially for more southern areas. This is how the GFS midnight run was looking. So again, this deep low pressure coming in off the Atlantic on Tuesday gives a very unseasonably wet day for some of us. Into showery west-northwesterlies for Wednesday. Then Thursday and Friday we build a little bit of a transient ridge in across the country. That should bring some slightly settled and drier weather for a while. But over the weekend, this next low pressure comes in. So Saturday and Sunday we'll see more outbreaks of rain spreading in from the west, and that's particularly affecting northern and western parts of the country. Beyond that, into the following week, heading up towards the middle of the month, the Azores High then starts to ridge up towards us. So at day 10, which is the 13th of July, we begin to build up this area of high pressure from the Azores, turning drier and warmer at that point. And in the extended range, the GFS midnight run then goes down with high pressure, really sets it up as we get to the middle of July. We're under this big ridge of high pressure from the Azores, mainly dry, potentially very warm, could even be quite hot down in the south with that. High pressure sticks around into the extended range as well, although by the very end of the GFS midnight run, that high pressure is weakening a little bit, possibly suggesting a bit of a fungi breakdown because that's over 2 weeks away. So from around the middle of July, the GFS midnight run really ramping up high pressure and hot potential. For then it is quite mixed though. This hour 6 days, looking very latest GFS run again with this low pressure coming in from the southwest on Tuesday, bringing heavy rain and strong winds into Wednesday. Again, unsettled and showery. Thursday and Friday, we gradually get this ridge building across the coast, so showers should begin to ease down. It turns mainly dry, a little bit warmer in the second half of the week, but then the weekend will bring the next low in from off the Atlantic with cloud and rain, particularly affecting northern and western areas. Does the 6 there build up the Azores High? Let's have a look. So we move up to up towards day 10, to day 9, 12th of July. We are getting a ridge from the Azores, but there is quite a deep low pressure around Iceland, and so that stops the development of that ridge a little bit. But nevertheless, the southern areas, it does turn mainly dry, potentially very warm, could be quite hot in the south with that heading up towards the middle of July. And then later on, the high pressure begins to pull back into the Atlantic. We start to allow cooler west-northwesterlies to come back in, once again bringing the risk of showers. We finish up though back under the high pressure again. So it looks like we're going into this sort of pattern where we'll send a ridge into west of Europe for a day or two. Could turn very warm, possibly quite hot down south. Then the ridge will pull back, allowing a cooler sort of push of winds from northwest. Then the ridge builds in again. So that is, you know, a sort of pattern that's quite complicated. It takes a lot for models to work out what happens with that, how strong the ridge builds in, and when it pulls back away from us. But it is quite classic. It's a classic sort of pattern for the summer, really. This is how the GM is looking. So again, low pressure brings heavy rain on Tuesday into Wednesday. Showers and longer spells of rain. That trough is still with us on Wednesday, bringing further showers. It's still there actually for GM on Thursday and Friday too. Into the weekend, a little bit more of a transient ridge perhaps there on Saturday, but only as this next low comes in off the Atlantic, brings rain, particularly to more northern areas for Sunday. Up to day 10, the GM looks like that. So, a bit of a northwest-southeast split, northern western areas, low pressure, so cool, unsettled with outbreaks of rain in the south. Under the ridge, it looks like it turns drier and a little bit warmer. I think the GM is more changeable, though, up to day 10. Compared to today's GFS output. And then we've got the ECMWF. So ECM looking like this again. We've got the low pressure coming up from the southwest on Tuesday. Will bring heavy rain and strong winds with it into Wednesday and Thursday. We've got a trough of low pressure, so further unsettled conditions are going to be likely. Into Friday, a bit of a ridge then begins to build up from the southwest. That should turn us rather drier. And then we get into Saturday, and again, this ridge is there into the early part of the weekend. Before the ridge begins to weaken, it perhaps turns a bit more showery later on next weekend with the ECM. And then up to day 10, again, the ridge of high pressure trying to build in from the Azores. So that will turn it a little bit drier and warmer down in the south, but in the north, perhaps still rather on the showery side. This should be precipitation type forecast based on that ECM run from Meteo.com. So lots of heavy showers around today. Of course, we do it all over again tomorrow. Plenty of showers to come with thunderstorms mixed in parts of the country as well. And then through into Monday and Tuesday, bring this massive rain up from the Atlantic. So that's going to bring really wet weather to much of England and Wales. Doesn't really get to Scotland and Northern Ireland all that much. Once that clears out away into the North Sea, we go into sunshine and showers. And then the rest of next week is like showering until late on when we begin to see some of those showers easing off. But not completely. Even going up towards day 10, we do keep some of those showers going. Right, let's have a look at the options on the table then from the ECM ensembles for day 10. So let's do that. This is the option that's on the table within the ECM ensembles for day 10, which will get us to the 13th of July. 51 out of 51 members of the ECM ensembles have this ridge of high pressure to our southwest, trying to build into the country, but still a little bit on the unsettled side with lower pressure or weaker pressure to the north. So for the south, that's turning a little bit drier and warmer. For northern areas, probably still rather showery. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. It will get us to the 18th of July. 19 members of the ECM ensembles will have low pressure to the north and high pressure to the south. We'll be bringing in a wind from a westerly direction. Driest, warmest weather with that is in the south. Coolest, most unsettled weather is in the north, and all areas are bringing in, I should say, westerly winds. 17 members of the ECM ensemble just have low pressure to the north of Scotland. That's the most unsettled option. And then 15 have high pressure sitting over and to the east of the country. That's going to be the driest, hottest option, bringing in winds from an east or southeasterly direction. So, you know, we're getting to the second half of July. It's up for grabs, really, isn't it? We've got 15 that are hot and dry. We've got 17 that are cool and unsettled, and we've got 19 just there, which is somewhere in between. I suppose the 19 here probably, therefore, the most likely option. Right, lastly, CFSV2. So these are 500 millibar heights broken down into weekly periods. The first weekly period is going to take us from the 3rd through to the 9th of July. Coming week looks quite unsettled, and the CFS wasn't really showing this a few days ago, but now it has had to shift. So low pressure is in control in the next few days. Will bring showers or longer spells of rain. Doesn't take long for the CFS to get us back to high pressure though. This is week 2, the 10th to the 16th of July, with the above average heights over to the east of the country turning mainly hot and dry with that one. Week 3 is going to be the 17th to the 23rd of July, still with high pressure dominating weather, so that one is also another mainly dry and potentially quite hot week. Week 4, bit of a change from what the CFS has been shown over the past few days. It's 24th to 30th of July, beginning to take the high pressure northwards, moving up towards Greenland, for example. And this white area is probably going to be a developing trough of low pressure. So that could be turning more unsettled and, as a result, cooler into the final week of July. Okay, if you enjoyed the video, please can you smash your like button. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. If you do give us a sub, you'll be able to see future weather content. Tell friends, family, and everybody else to subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for doing this for GavsWeatherVids. And drop a comment and let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. It's incredible and amazing. Thank you so much. Right, we're done with today's vids then. So that's it. We shall, let's just put this down. And we shall tell you what's coming up tomorrow. So we're going to start off at 7 AM forecast. We're going to have an autumn update coming up for you. Second video tomorrow. GavsWeatherVids Sunny Roundup will be released tomorrow as well. We've got news on the QBO with that one, and we'll be live streaming from 6 o'clock tomorrow. It's going to be very, very interesting live stream. We'll show you some long range. We'll have a look at some CFS data, and we'll just generally hang out and have fun for an hour or so. And that'll be the last thing that I'm going to do after that, because, you know, that'll be the last thing I'm going to do, because after that, having a few days off. So the last thing I'll be doing is a live stream, and then I'll be having a few days off next week. But there will still be content coming up on the channel next week, so you don't need to worry about that. Right, so for today's video, though, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.